once again we are here with a new video. This is a video of class 10th and we are discussing topic human eye and colorful world. In the previous video I discussed about the structure of eye and the terms we had used in the structure of eye like cornea, iris, pupil, aqueous humor, vitreous humor, retina and optic nerve, vitreous humor, aqueous humor, and I think that all you had watched that video and learn about these terms, what the meaning of these terms and what the use of this. Again in this video we are starting with the human eye again. So what is human eye? It is a very important optical instrument given by nature. Without eye all other optical instruments would have no value at all, and the front part of the eye is called cornea. It is made up of transparent substance and it is bulging outward. The light coming from the objects enter the eye through cornea, and just behind the cornea there is a iris or color diaphragm, we can say. If you see the in this diagram the blue color, it is iris. There is a hole in the middle of the iris which is called pupil. If you see, there is a blackish part in this diagram. This is called pupil. Pupil is a hole in the middle of the iris, and pupil appears black because no light is reflected from it. So the color of pupil is black. Now what is lens? The eye lens is a convex lens made up of transparent and flexible material like a jelly which is made up of protein. And in the previous video, if you had watched that, we had discussed about the diagram of eye, and if you see that diagram, the eye lens is held in the position with the help of ciliary muscles, and the focal length of the eye lens can be changed with the action of ciliary muscle. And second, we had talked about the retina, which is also called the screen where the image is formed, and the retina is behind the eye lens and at the back part of the eye. The retina of an eye is just like the film as we are using in camera. In the past few years we are using the film in the camera. Nowadays we are using only the chip, but earlier cameras we are using film. And when the light enters into the eye, if the light is bright, the iris make the pupil smaller, that less light will enter into the eye, and when there is dim light, when there is less light, the iris make the pupil to large. And if you see, when the outside light is dim, pupil become large. See the size of pupil in the first diagram. And when outside the light is bright, the pupil become small. If you use torch and if you put in your friend's eye, so if you see the size of pupil, it changes. When the light of maximum intensity falls on the eye, the iris make the pupil smaller, covering it and allow less light to enter. And when there is a less light is there, the iris make the pupil larger, bigger, and allow them more light to enter. And you had experience also whenever you are coming from outside, from the sun, when there is a very bright light and you enter in a room, for a few seconds you feel that there is a darkness and you are not able to see clearly. After some time you are able to see the objects which are inside the dim light room. How it is? Because when you are outside the room, there is so much amount of light is there, and when you enter into the dim light room, your size of pupil is smaller and less amount of light is enter in your eye. So after some time the pupil become bigger with help of iris, and more amount of light enters into the eye, and you are able to see the object inside the room. It takes time to adjust the size of pupil. So the function of iris and pupil we had discussed. So what is the function of iris? Iris automatically adjusts the size of pupil according to the intensity of light received by the eye. If the amount of light received by the eye is great during the daytime, the pupil contract, become small, and reduces the amount of light entering into the eye. And if amount of light received by the eye is small, as in the dark room or during in a dark night, the pupil expand, become bigger, and more light enters the eye. So we can say that iris regulates the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of pupil. Or we can say that the amount of light entering the eye can be controlled by the pupil. If intensity of outside light is low, pupil expand to allow more light to enter the eye, and if the outside intensity of light is high, then the pupil contract so that less light enters the eye. These are very important points. Pause the video and note it down what I had told you. Next, in retina, which is also called the film where the images is formed, or you can say screen, there are two type of cells. One is rod cells and one is cone cell. And if you see the structure of rod and cone cell here in this diagram, the retina of our eye has a large number of light sensitive cells. There are two kind of light sensitive cell on the retina, rods and cones. And if you see the structure, the cone is of cone shape and rod is longitudinal, means it is lengthwise. The retina of our eye has a large number of light sensitive cells. The cells on retina are of two shape, rod shape and cone shape. The rod shaped cells of our retina respond to intensity of light, or the rod shaped cell respond to brightness of light. And what is the function of cone? The cone shaped cell of our retina respond to color, or we can say the cone shaped cell make us to see colors and make us distinguish between various colors. So cone make color perception possible, and it is very important to note that animals differ from human being in their color perception. For example, the bee has some cone shaped cell in the retina of its eye which enable it to see colors beyond indigo and violet part of the spectrum, which is called ultraviolet region. Human being cannot see colors beyond indigo and violet, so they are said to be ultraviolet blind. And if you see that chickens wake up in the morning with the sun, when the daylight breaks, it goes to sleep by sunset when it is dark, because the retina of the chicken's eye has very few rod shaped cells which respond to intensity of light, and due to lack of rod shaped cell in its retina, a chicken needs bright light to see. And a chicken's retina has mostly cone shaped shell. It has less rod shaped cell, so it is insensitive to light. Rod cells or rods are photoreceptor cell in the retina of the eye that can function in less intense light than the other type of visual photoreceptor. Cone cells or cones are one of the two type of photoreceptor cells that are in retina of the eye, which are responsible for color vision as well as eye color sensitivity. They function best in relative bright light. In bright light, the cone cells are actively take part, and in dim light, the cone cells are feeling difficult to distinguish the color. Sometimes if you go to the market, go to the any shop to buy your clothes, so the shopkeeper or salesman switch on more light to show you that the color of the dress whatever you are choosing it's of it, and the color will it is visible in the more intense light. And sometimes you see that if you are going to buy your clothes or anything, and to find the what the color is there, you take the clothes outside into the sunlight, and then you are able to distinguish that what is the actual color. So we can say that cone cells are take actively part when there are maximum intensity of light. We had discussed about the accommodation of eye also. Accommodation is the process by which the vertebrate eye changes optical power to maintain a clear image or focus on an object as its distance varies. Accommodation acts like a reflex but can also be consciously controlled. Mammals, birds, reptiles vary the optical power by changing form of the elastic lens using the ciliary body. As we had discussed about the power of accommodation with the help of ciliary muscles, the eye lens changes focal length for far distance and for short distance. And we had discussed about the least distance of distinct vision. It is for normal eye it is 25 centimeter, and the far distance for the normal eye is infinite. Means the range of vision is from 25 centimeter to infinite. The nearest distance up to which the eye can see clearly is 25 centimeter, and farthest distance is infinite. So we can say the range for the normal human eye is range of vision for the normal human eye is from 25 centimeter to infinite. It is very important question. What is the range of human eye? So range of human eye is from 25 centimeter to infinite. Means shortest distance 25 centimeter and the farthest distance is infinite. So there are 2 points. One is near point for normal eye. Near point for normal eye is 25 centimeter, and the far point for normal eye is infinite. If you see in this diagram, the distant object also make an image on the retina. The light rays are coming parallel from distant object, and if the object is very close to the eye, if you see the light rays falling on the lens, and after converging it falls on retina. So for the both the distances, for large distance, for small distance, or for near distance, the image form on the retina for the normal eye. Now we are on the next topic, which is called defect of vision and their remedy. Remedy means cure, इलाज. कैसे इलाज होगा उसका या क्या हम उसके करेंगे, that is called remedy. So there are two type of defect in the eye. One is myopia. If you see in this diagram, myopia, the distant object or distant vision is blurred when the light rays from the distant object come to focus in front of the retina. If you see that the image is not formed on retina, but before retina the image is forming, so the eye is not able to see that object. But it can be corrected by using the minus lens, means concave lens. We can use a concave lens to remove this defect. So myopia is commonly known as nearsightedness or short-sightedness in different English. In American English we can say nearsightedness, and in British English we can say short-sightedness. And it is a condition of eye where the light that comes, it does not directly focus on retina but in front of it, causing the image that one see when looking at a distant object to be out of the range. Means when the image is not formed on the retina, it formed in front of the retina, then that defect is known as myopia. It is also called short-sightedness. If you see here, the light rays are coming parallel and they are not meeting on the retina, they are meeting in front of the retina anywhere. So this figure shows the defect called myopia. In this case, the parallel rays of light coming from the distant object are converged to form an image in front of the retina, due to which the eye cannot see the distant object clearly. So myopia is corrected by using the specs which containing concave lens. If you see in the figure, the spectacles of concave lens is used to cure this defect, and now the image is formed on retina. When concave lens is placed in front of the myopic eye, as shown in figure, then the parallel rays of light coming from the distant object at the far point of the myopic eye, and they make the image on the retina. So what is the defect? Defect is when the eye is not able to form the clear image when the light is coming from the distant object, and when the eye is used with the concave lens, then that distant object form its image on the retina and the defect is cured. So the remedy of myopia is using of spectacles with concave lens. So in this video we are discussed we had discussed myopia, defect of vision, and what the topic we had discussed in the previous video. We also revised that. So you watch the previous video if you had not watched, and this video also, and read from your NCERT the topic we had discussed, defect of vision. In the next video we will discuss about the defect of vision, which is hypermetropia or long sightedness. Till then, read from your NCERT, make your notes, solve the questions, and if you have any problem then contact on my number. Till then, thank you, have a nice day.